The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports.
Fielded just outside the goal line. So here are the 49ers now with a long field ahead. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
And he ought to have a lot of pep in his step after last week's performance, because he did exactly as you want him to play if you're a coach. 3 touchdown passes, 0 interceptions, which usually means you're making a lot of right decisions out there.
And got him the win. Now a play fake here on first down. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack.
Didn't have the greatest field position to start, did they? And now after this sack, it's way, way worse.
And right off the bat, first play of the game. So an early wake-up call there leads to a quick 2nd and long. Now a first carry here for their running back. And from the 4, they get it to the 8 on a pickup of 4. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7. Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely, because remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
And the next-gen stat's going to show just how much time he had to make a decision, and it's not much. 3 seconds, the final clocking. So now here are the Panthers with excellent field position to start off. And a glance here at their quarterback standing 6'3".
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
A look there at his numbers on the ground a week ago. North of 100 yards, the 2 scores. And, you know, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good, too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what. He understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide.
The throw over the middle taken in. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. The Panthers entering play looking for win number 4 on the year. And they coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's got it down to the 28. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Looking to throw. Aguilar. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
I am willing to bet that he got a monster grin on his face when he saw what was happening. Mancovers were so committed to denying a big throw that it pulled attention away from him, and he had an easy lane to hit, and hit it he did.
Here we go now on 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. A great play there with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Panthers are on the board first here this afternoon. So a good job there, Charles, taking advantage of the short field, and they score first, punching it in on the short touchdown run.
I love the theme there, right? They didn't have to do anything big on that drive. took advantage of where they were on the field, took it downfield, put the ball in the end zone. The only thing big on that drive, the 6 on the scoreboard.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their second drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for 3rd down. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. That's pulled in at the 32. 6-yard return after a punt of 48. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their second drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road.
He's got a man complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. They'll get 34 yards there.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw. Aguilar. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
That's multiple times now he's tagged them with a big gain with his legs. Really showing off some nice awareness and the ability to correctly realize when he's got a chance to tuck it and go himself.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11th. Looking to throw. Aguilar. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
2nd down, ball on the 3. 1st down marker at the 1-yard line. Hands it off out of the gun. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop it right around the 1. They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. Well, they tried to catch him by surprise, I think, there with that little pop pass on 3rd down, but no luck.
You're right about no luck, but I did like the idea. I like the thought process. Make an unconventional call on 3rd down sometimes. It can pop big, In this case, it didn't.
And his kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So another scoring drive there, Charles, and an early 2-score lead.
You'd like the 6 there, partner, but you'll take the 3, and I think they have to be happy about the way they moved the ball in these first 2 drives. They have to feel good about their opportunities the rest of the game.
Taken in at the 3. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team. And San Francisco gets set to go here. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. He'll rumble for about 6 up across the 20 to the 22. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26.
And they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he stopped immediately there. We'll get a pause here. There appears to be a Panther who is shaken up on that last play. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Here's a handoff out of the gun. He takes this for 3 to the 29. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Flushed out right. And that is incomplete.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10. So here are the Panthers set to take over. They're on a 3-game winning streak and right now looking good in this one as well. They go play action here on 1st down. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Panther football to start quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 3rd down and less than a yard. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. That one goes for 8 yards.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. On 1st and 10, Aguilar got his man complete over the middle. That's Lynch. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
And he put up a good fight, but he's going to be taken down behind the line of scrimmage. To throw on 2nd down. Aguilar flush to his right. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. To throw on 3rd down. Aguilar eluding the pressure right. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th. And that is no good. Hit it well from distance, but he couldn't work it back in, and the lead will hold at 10.
I don't care who you are. 60 yards is a very ambitious attempt. Hard to make even in practice in the best of conditions. And now, worst of all, you give the other guys the ball to start their drive at midfield.
A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's had a good chunk of carries. Problem is for very little success. I don't want to put it all on his shoulders, but that's a big reason they're losing right now.
Have to be very careful that he doesn't start pointing fingers. Offensive line obviously trying. The defense has done a nice job against him today. When it's all said and done, it's all about the guy in the mirror. He has to get it done better going forward.
See if he can look and do some soul-searching now.
What do you think, Brandon? I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job. They're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. 2nd and 11. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Well, this is where reading defenses and practice time comes into play. You got to know what you're running versus zone versus man and how to run the proper route. And they just executed that one pretty well.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. Wide open receiver, complete. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Here's a give up the middle. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. They'll look to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and goal. Back to throw here. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete. And the 11 sees it through, and they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So the third drives the charm. They are on the board, albeit with just a field goal.
Yeah, 3 points from 3 drives. That's not going to win you a whole lot of football games. Hopefully the fact they were able to move the ball a little bit can wake up their offense.
Taking it about the 1. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Toronto's offense ready to take over. And the way their last drive ended, boy, it was frustrating. They had a pretty good drive going. It was sustained, and then it stalled out, Charles, and they missed the field goal and got nothing out of it.
Is that insult to injury? Because they had such a sustained drive, as you noted. So you know for the head coach, it almost felt like a little bit of failure to send out the field goal unit and then to not even see the ball go through the post. What a bummer on that last drive for them. Got to pick themselves up from that one.
And he'll power his way up near the 25. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And he is going to have a Panthers first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4.
Some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
From the gun, they'll try to run it to about the 33-yard line. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Steps away. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Well, that turned out better than most of the passes he could have thrown on that snap. The coverage downfield was excellent, but the containment close to home left him a backdoor escape, and they paid dearly for not locking up.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Back to throw. Aguilar. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. At that time, finally a measure of revenge as they get him down behind the line.
It almost felt like relief, didn't it? Because with the success he's had throughout this game, you'd almost expect him to get free and pick up 10 to 15 every time he takes off. Not in that case. That has to feel good for the defense.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Aguilar. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. Throwing on 3rd and long. Aguilar. He'll get it inside the 20. And they move this all the way down to the 9. 23 yards on the tuck and run.
Bottom line is that he is just something else as a runner, because there are not many QBs in this league who can rip off a game that big, and he did it with the defense giving him a little extra attention after he hit him on a run earlier this series.
Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Looking to throw. Aguilar. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. To throw on 2nd down. Aguilar. Flushed out right. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Panthers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, second year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. And a lot of times you talk about establishing the ground game. Probably something they need to do more of here losing in the second quarter.
When you're riding your best horse, you've got to lather him up. The best running backs I've ever talked to, they've all said the exact same thing to me. I'll even break a good sweat until I get to 20 carries.
You're full of good wisdom. Let's see if they can get him into the game more now. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down.
It's now second down and 20.
They'll set up to throw. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
So certainly in a pickle here. They have a mile to go to try to pick up the first. We'll see what they've drawn up.
And he's going to be taken down here at about the 10.
Holding offense.
So instead of giving them another third down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
I call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Panthers will take over in terrific field position. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far the recipe working here in the second quarter.
And he doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back. And that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Back to the air on second down. Aguilar flush to his right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half.
Kudos for the defense from me on that one because they were prepared the whole way for him to try to escape and hit them for more yardage running it. I like the way they stayed zeroed in on him and kept him contained when he pulled the ball down. I think he was fortunate to get what he did on that run.
So we come upon halftime intermission here with the visiting Panthers taking the lead to the locker room. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you, too, in just a bit. But first, let's get everybody caught up with what's going on around the NFL here in Week 5. We'll start out west at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. And this is a 4-point game as they've gone to the locker rooms for halftime. The Chargers still in a dogfight, but this would be a good victory for them if they could get it. Next, we'll move from Southern California to Southern Nevada as we head over to check on the Raiders at home in Las Vegas. And at halftime, they trail the visiting Titans in that ball game. The Titans looking to sew that one up, and they look to be in pretty good shape. Lastly, let's motor up to the Motor City. See what's happening with the Lions at home at Ford Field. And they were losers in that one to the visiting Tampa Bay Bucs. The Bucs needed desperately to avoid going to 1-4, and they're able to do that with a victory there. We'll move on now to check out the next-gen stats in that first half for our home team. And even though they've got the big cushion, I would imagine they'd like to see a little more out of their passing game. Pretty pedestrian numbers through 2 quarters of play. Meanwhile, for the Niners, we check on their numbers on the ground in the first half, as they know they'll need to be better to overcome this halftime deficit.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Panthers ready to go back to work to start the third quarter. But Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead. Now a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the third quarter.
Yeah, and believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it's really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them, too.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Back to throw. Aguilar. He'll get this out to Lynch, complete.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
On first down, Aguilar dancing to his left. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
And this is a rarity in the NFL, a 100-yard game on the ground for a quarterback. Even as those passers get more athletic and mobile, we only see about 5 of these a season. It takes a special set of circumstances for it to happen, and of course, a special player.
On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
11 yards and a Panther first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Throwing on first down. Aguilar. Rush coming, and he's taken down. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up second down.
Well, they sent him on the blitz from that linebacker spot, and boy, he got there quickly.
He certainly did, and obviously he could have used a block from his running back, but I think you nailed it right there. The defender got into the backfield so fast, it's hard for anyone to react.
Buying time to his left. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. And this one is right down Broadway. And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And incomplete on the deep ball. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
They'll set up a throw. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That goes for a gain of 31.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
So the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. And they'll keep leaning on the running game back to the ground. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Past the 20. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown.
And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick 6.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. As confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
Now the try here for the point after. And that stretches the lead to 27. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25.
But now this offense comes back out onto the field. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about...
Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. A big play there for the Niners. 55 yards.
But I think it's about time I took my eyes off of the secondary or the guys with the football. How about the offensive line on that snap? They took care of business.
Absolutely, and when he can stay in the pocket like that, you're going to get big plays like we just saw. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sack back around the 8. And the sack leads to roughly a loss of 6, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
Well, if you're going to throw the ball on 1st and goal from the 2, the worst thing that should result is an incompletion for you offensively. But, Brandon, this is a different type of football. Back in my day, 1st and goal from the 2, a lot of big people with big neck rolls, they were on the field trying to ram it into the end zone.
It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
3rd and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable.
Looking to throw. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Call it a loss of 8 there, and it's going to lead to a 4th down. 4th and goal.
This defense, they just continue to feast. 5 sacks now as a unit. It's been quite an afternoon getting to the quarterback.
And we're seeing it come from a variety of places as well. Sometimes just the guys up front and getting to them. Other times you add extra guys rushing the quarterback, twists and stunts. It's been a variety, and they've had no way of blocking them.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will cut the lead down to 3 scores at 24.
The
kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit third quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Panthers about ready to take over. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
He finds Lynch. It's complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
On 1st and 10, Aguilar. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Now this throw caught left side. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 34-yard line. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. Back to throw again. There goes a deep ball, end zone. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. A great play there. 34 yards. And the Panthers will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie. Because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Point after here coming up. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. So that drives 7 plays in length. And the end result, a Panthers touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. San Francisco's offense returns to the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker try it on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
They'll be going for 6. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll look to throw here on first down. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 30-yard line.
2nd and 4. This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But 3rd down coming up.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Being chased out left. And this is going to be incomplete. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
But this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10.
Now they try the right side here. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Now back to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Here we go on 4th down. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the 1st down as he's tackled at the 2. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he tries to keep the legs churning, but he's going to be stopped behind the line.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Three red zone trips have yielded just 2 field goals for them to this point, so they'll be searching for something more on 2nd and goal here. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. From 4 yards out.
And the Niners are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is down to 24. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
And the Panthers coming out now.
Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the 4th quarter, Charles, but you got the football, you're up 3 scores. They have to be feeling really good about where they're at.
I love your observation skills, partner, because I think you saw them charge onto the field fired up about another chance to get into the end zone. Looks to me like this group is ready to crush any hope left on the opposing sideline, and they want to do it with some gusto, too.
Throw left side complete. That's Lynch. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line.
53 yards rushing forward now to this point.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The Panthers on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And he's got the 1st down yardage before being taken down at midfield. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on third down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, third down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. They run the option here on 1st and 10. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right of the yard. So that flag obviously takes away the good yardage that they had on the play.
And talk about a momentum shift, because we can visibly see this celebration shifting from one side of the field to the other as soon as everyone saw the flag.
And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. And he is going to lose yardage here. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
San Francisco set to go on offense once more. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big fourth quarter hole. They'll try and start this drive in the air. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailing by multiple touchdowns, and a late sack. Just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. They'll look to throw here. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Back to throw now on 1st down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll get 2 or 3 out of that one, as that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Here's a 2nd and 7. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. They'll look to throw again. Eluding the press, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a handoff running through the middle. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. And we're going to stop play here, at least momentarily. It looks like there is a 49er who's in some discomfort. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 74 yards rushing for him now on 17 carries. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll wind up as a loss on the play. So now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12. But Charles, you think about this victory, pretty impressive. They came in facing one of the top defenses in the National Football League. Not only did they get the win, they played a clean football game, didn't have any turnovers against that great defense.
Yeah, it's a terrific observation because you know they emphasize ball security, wanted to avoid making any major mistakes playing against that tough defense, and they were turnover-free and took points when they were available. Excellent execution, and they did it confidently.
So for our visitors, they pick up win number 4 on the campaign as they emerge victorious here. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for the Niners, the loss will move them back to 3-2 on the year. And they'll have a chance at redemption next week at home against the Los Angeles Rams.